This is Behind the Insights, a vodcast series by MetrixLab. We talk to experts from all over the world to find out what's really driving today's hottest topics in insights. In this episode, join MetrixLab Client Director JJ Szymanski and General Motors Research Principal Shirley Ng as they discuss how customers shape the research behind new technologies.
Hello, I'm Piotr JJ Szymanski. I'm a Client Director with MetrixLab office in Singapore. And it's my real pleasure to have today with me Shirley Ng from General Motors.
And hello, JJ. Thanks for inviting me. My name is Shirley Ng, the Research Principal of GM International, currently based in Shanghai. The focus of my work is mainly in the global product development, working with internal teams, such as design and product planning groups. My work focuses on North Asia, Asia Pacific, Middle East, including North Africa, Australia, Europe, and also Russia in both luxury and the mass segments of the auto industry. And I'm really happy to be here.
Not only that your role spans large part of the world, but you've been in the industry for quite a while, which makes you a perfect source of wisdom on how our insights industry has been changing. How do you see the past versus today's research challenges, and what you expect in terms of challenges of the future?
I see a lot of challenges and change, from, let's say, 10 years ago, 15 years ago, and what we're facing today. But one of I would say the biggest research challenge we face today has to deal with the volume of data and the breadth of it and the varieties of data that can be, downloaded, can be read, by our customers and us internally. And I would say that, the word is just data trust, I would say, is one of the biggest challenge we face today. And trust is built over time. And internally in a company and also externally with your customers. So internally, trust in the use of data is when a data point is well put together and it provides insights that helps internal stakeholders build a better product. And that the feedback from the external voices and from the customers and from the market trends are insightful. So technical expertise, within a company definitely has a lot to do with trust. And sure, unintended mistakes can be made. And the point is that you don't repeat those mistakes, right? So in another word, we have to become a reliable compass in our company with this vast volume of data that we are reading. Now, externally, we communicate with customers on topics such as a vehicle's capabilities in what we promise to deliver. And this capability is a conclusion of many years of research. Just make sure that, what you have promised to deliver to the customers is what the market sees. And let's talk about EVs and autonomous features today. And that is generating a lot of excitement, definitely. And anyone can search for information easily from mobile phones and the devices. The thing is, we do not know what information customers are reading today. And messages that we distribute might conflict with some of the materials that customers are reading. So moving forward, this is something we need to deal with. It's not going to go away, and it's definitely different from what we used to have to deal with, and especially for the new technology data and the method we communicate. So this is what I see as the biggest challenge moving forward. It's just going to get more complex. The data source is going to get wider, not narrower, and it's something that we need to manage today.
Okay, so new challenges, but they all sound familiar. And one thing that doesn't change is trust with the data and trust between people. because trust is such a human thing, which also sounds familiar and makes me think about how it all started when you and I started working together. I was a new kid on the block at MetrixLab, and I had to work hard to build this trust with you step by step, project by project, and sort of using different obvious devices, when the most important being transparency and openness in the way we worked. So that definitely sounds familiar, not only for the relationship between customers, but also for the relationship in our insights industry.
That's right. Promise what you deliver. That's what I see from you. Yeah.
Shelley, you were talking about these fascinating new technologies that are currently emerging. They're already with us, but developing really fast. And I envy you really brushing shoulders with all these fascinating new technologies on a daily basis. So how do you approach this from an insights and research point of view? What new ways you need to think of when researching these new technologies?
Developing a new vehicle product such as an EV or autonomous features inspires excitement, that's for sure. And the new technology developments, such as an active safety features or a new vehicle design, a new EV design, it still requires a highly disciplined research process. Internally, you go through the same approval steps and review gates, right? That does not change from the past work process, as if you're working on ICE, vehicle. What has changed today is meeting customers' high expectations and reaching internal investment goals, the balance of the both. And global trends have changed. We understand, is that the contents are getting more complex, and with faster implementations of the new technologies, as a manufacturer, we need to provide a balanced product, to new vehicle buyers. We do not want to underpackage a content offer and miss the opportunity to deliver satisfactions. And customers are asking a lot more, I would say. They are asking a lot more from, work that we have done in the past, 15 years ago. So on the other hand, we don't want to over offer either. And that's when we over invested in a package with items that are not a priority to the buyers, per the price that they want to pay. And that's when the balance is tipped. So manufacturers want a balanced offer where the content meet the customer's desires, and at the same time, we are not over invested. Now, this balance of the new items that's being offered, it has become much more complex, than the past. But it still requires, as I have said before, the same disciplines, as we, investigate, step by step. So some things have changed. Some things do not change, just because we are working on new technologies. But the way we investigate, have changed, I would say. Yeah. But the steps are the same.
The thing I'm glad about is that you say that one element doesn't change in the whole picture, which is that insights is still the people's business, and that's great.
Yes, and I would close this by saying that, just because it's new and it's exciting, it doesn't mean that, you can skip certain investigations. The same work habits, the discipline does not go away, whether you're working on an autonomous or an EV or an ICE.
Thank you. Rigor and quality. That's a great wrap up. Thanks, Shirley.
Thank you.